Hello and welcome to yet another edition of the Narrative Off the Cuff with Elite News and Darryl Blair. The great writer C.S. Lewis once quoted that we are what we believe we are. We are what we believe we are. We as African Americans in this country and we as equal individuals in this country are what we are. It is what it is. We have to situate ourselves and move in that narrative of being equal. No matter what the situation says, we dictate what comes out of it for us. Know that. Let's go on to the city of Dallas. While we got national politics, we don't have to focus as grandly on national politics as we once did with Trump the Tramp in office. We now have Biden the better in office, and we're operating in a much better narrative with regards to inclusion, equity, parity. We talk oftentimes about social matters. I've said this once before and I'll say it again. Let's get out of the social issues and get into the economic parity, the economic equality, the economic inclusion, the economic engagement. And then when you have money and you have means, everybody's not going to be rich and everybody's not going to be a business owner. But when you have money and you have means, it removes the social stigma and you get accepted. Whatever little veils there are, if they still don't like you as African American, they respect your dollar. That's what's happening. Major League Baseball did it. NBA has done it. At some point in time, all of those cowboy ignoramuses will get a chance to understand that Jerry don't give a damn about you. He has simply pigeonholed himself since Trump is gone. His platform is gone other than having the Cowboys, and every day another cover has been blown on him. Just know that. As we start talking about economic parity, economic inclusion, we start talking about cultural growth and removing the social stigma. Let's get to these elected officials around Dallas. It's sad. The ones who are in office, the incumbents, yeah, I'm talking about you. Then I'm talking about the individuals who are challengers. Some of you have come to us and you put ads in my papers. You'll see them. You can see them now. Go to the website, pick up the paper. How dare you come and talk about you going to run for public office and you can't even organize your own damn schedule? Not only can you not organize your schedule, last time I checked, you had to have money to have them damn yard signs that you're so proud of. Last time I checked, you have to have money to have them damn billboards you so proud of. Last time I checked my mailbox, you had to have money to send out those mailers. You all better get your damn priorities in place. But more importantly, the voter, the constituents, the ones that they come to hustle with words, they tell you what they're going to do for you, not knowing what you need done. We're resting in a lazy ass place. Excuse my language, but that's what it is. You like that old dog that's laying up on the porch on a nail. You know why he don't move? Because he gonna feel a little pain. It's a little bit more comfortable to lay on that nail than to get his butt up off of it. That's what some of you voters are. You let people come out here and just tell you stuff, or you just go to the polls and vote because they black. Warning, black like me ain't always best for me. Black like me ain't always best for me. Don't want to spend too much time on a rant and rave, but you have to be reminded. You have to be reminded that this is more about social. It's about economic inclusion. Aren't you out there waiting on PPP? Aren't you out there waiting on checks? Economics. They're not sending you no invite to the picnic. You waiting for a check. So you better be engaged with your elected officials as it relates to you. One other item. I got some calls, some pats on the backs, and a couple of chides with regards to our sheriff, Marion Brown. I don't care what you say, so I'm going to repeat what I said real short and brief. First lady is derelict. First lady. She's a sheriff and a first lady. It's irresponsible what you've done with that jailhouse. When you talk about the lesser of us, the inmates who you showed no care for, you showed callous. And you really didn't show caring for your staff members who have to come out of that jailhouse to deal with us in public. be in our presence. Fortunately, we're getting vaccines, and you should mandate that everybody gets a vaccination. You ought to be on the front end of this because what? You're first lady. You're caring. You're compassionate. You haven't exhibited it. So for those who have some complaints about what I said, I'm not going in on a woman. I'm going in on a person in leadership. One who carries the stigma of being responsible and having to stand at the door when the problems come and when the kudos come. When one knocks and others kick, you got to be there. We're in a great place right now. I want to give kudos again to Casey Thomas. I chided him because I still think some things with all the city council members need to be addressed on, and the mayor, Eric Johnson. So I know you'll have your people call me. That's fine. Answer the call, Mayor. Stand strong. Be thick-skinned, not thin-skinned. You can call me. We good. But I want to give kudos to Council Member West. I want to give kudos to Council Member Casey Thomas. I want to give kudos to Council Member Tanel Atkins. I want to give kudos to Council Member Dave Blewett. I want to give kudos to him. And I want to thank you all for stepping up and stepping to the plate and being responsible for your constituents' concerns and, more importantly, their needs. That's what it's all about. In Dallas, we have a problem. As I close on that subject, I'm going to say, we as blacks in Dallas ought to be living in a black paradise. We looked at Atlanta for the model. We looked at what Mayor Maynard Jackson did with Atlanta and the inclusiveness that he brought with regards to the Hartsfield-Jackson Airport, where he made that city the model for doing business as a minority contractor, subcontractor, the whole 9 yards. Dallas is losing it. We have too many black city council members who are carrying the water for white businessmen. Not that white people should not have an opportunity to be at the business table. Yes, they should. We all should. It's called economic equity and inclusion, and more importantly, engagement. You're too scared to carry water for blacks because you don't want to look at it to be something black. Well, guess what? We're multicultural. We're international. We have some big corporations and some big Fortune 500 companies here that have black people running them. Know that. And they're not all white companies. Some of them are black. Now as we move forward, we're getting ready for that grand day. You look around my office, we got boards with names on them, vendors, you name it. There are some components to the Juneteenth Festival. June 19th, 2021. The march starts at 10 a.m. William Blair Jr. Park, and we proceed 3.2 miles all the way through South Dallas into the Fair Park. But I want you to get, if you live on that route, get out there. Put your barbecue grill out there. Put your sound system out there. Wave as they go by. Shake hands. Get a piece of candy and a handout. Something to celebrate this grand day. We can't let people be more concerned about celebrating us than we celebrate ourselves. That's the important part of it. We got, as African Americans, got to quit looking to white folks to rescue our hopes and our dreams and our desires. We put our own in place and let them add to it. You know what they say? It's easy to get somebody to get in the wagon when you get it to the top of the hill. That is, help push it to the top of the hill. But this Juneteenth festival is going to have free it's all free, free 99, free concert, free car and bike show. You get to come in. You got the free Texas International Hair Show, Negro League exhibit, Emancipation Proclamation exhibit. You name it, we got it. We got the dancing horses. You come on with it. We got it for you. It's in there. It's in there. So June 19th, that's the celebration day. June 21st is the day for the golf. So get your sticks and your stogies. If you play golf, bring your sticks. If you smoke cigars and play golf, bring your sticks and your stogies. But whatever you do, come on out there and join us. That's June 21st, 9 a.m. at the Golf Club of Dallas, 2200 West Redbird Lane. Call the Elite News for all of your concerns, or go to Elite News Dallas or DFWJuneteenthCelebration.com to get your hustle of joy on. How about that? I'm going to take this opportunity to bring someone up who's going to help us with a very important endeavor for the Elite News and, more importantly, the Blair Foundation. As you see me sitting here, I'm not sitting here and being received by you because I'm Darryl Blair. I believe that my reception and your engagement with me is more along the lines as he's Darryl Blair, William Blair's son. I couldn't operate in the now without the legacy of then. Now it brings us to that component of the bust from my father, William Blair, which will go in his park. The bust has already been commissioned, and the individual who's going to be the sculptor for this is none other than the illustrious, famous, and acquiescent Emmanuel Gillespie. Yes, brother. A brother on brother, art and rendering. So the rendering will come from him. I'm going to take this time as we proceed into our fundraising. We do have the Elite News GoFundMe account for that we've taken in funds, and we want to thank those who've donated with a grand donation. I want to thank you, Judge Eric Moyer. Oh, and I want to thank Dakita with Eve Williams over there, as well as New Birth Baptist Church, who have given grand sums for this endeavor. Now, as I speak to you, I want to bring an individual in by the name of Michael McBay. All right, now that we're back, I want to take this opportunity to present to some and introduce to others my friend, the salesman, fundraiser extraordinaire, none other than Michael McBay. Talk to him, Mike.
Thank you, my man. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Well, guys, I'm excited to be here. I thank you, Blair, for having me out today. Super excited. I just want to share a nice quick synopsis of my fundraiser project. This fundraiser project was inspired by my daughter. Basically, I was always asked to sponsor people from churches to sports events. I used to be a trainer for youth sports, and this is very, very expensive and very pricey. And I noticed that they was doing a lot of fundraisers, but never was able to capitalize on what they was fundraising for. And so I told myself 3 years ago that I need to come up with an ultimate fundraising project that was going to be financial beneficial and efficient for organizations and so on and so forth. And so I came up with a project that's absolutely phenomenal. But what makes the project much different from the traditional projects is, number one, the value of the raffle. It's in a raffle form, and the value of the raffle is like no other. Number two, okay, the incentive package for organizations to truly be able to benefit financially, to be able to make some moves and make changes in their organizations is none other. So we're very excited about it. It has changed the game for a lot of churches, a lot of youth organizations, small businesses that's trying to get started. And ultimately, I'm just showing individuals how to leverage their network and promote money and get profits from that. And so you can go to the ultimatefundraisingproject.com, look at all the information. But this is going to impact the community. It's going to give jobs to the community. It's going to support some of the black businesses in the community, from marketing to t-shirts to branding. And so that's what this project is about. So we're super excited about it. It's a game changer. Go take a look. Thank you, sir.
Well, if you're a church, it's in there. If you're a social group, it's in there. If you're a youth organization, it's in there. If you're on the corner and you're passing out buckets, the fundraising is in there. Go to his website. Check him out. You can use him. We are. Let's celebrate. Juneteenth, the William Blair bust in William Blair Park. I want to take this opportunity to thank some of our fine sponsors who've been so kind and diligent over the years. One of them is Brian Everstein at 1-800 Old School Lawyer. Thank you, Brian. Also want to thank Sherman Robinson, Citywide Community Development Corporation. He's been so diligent and so caring with regards to people and his community. Certainly, I want to thank Calvin Johnson, a law firm over there. I want to thank you so much. We also want to thank the Alzheimer's Project over there with Pat Bailey. And then we want to reach in and say a special thank you to the Blair Foundation, as we have our board members who have poured into this and been supportive of our endeavors. But as we move forward, we want to bid you the best and good weekend, good week, but more importantly, good day right now. And so you know what I want them to do until next time?
What's up, man?
Get it on your mind. God bless and God keep is our prayer.